Our society has countless images, ideas, and stereotypes about people of color, and yet none of them tell the full tale. Whether influencing fashion, business, art, entertainment, science, politics, or law, people of color have and continue to positively impact American society on so many levels. And today, we are proud to share their stories in their own words. This is Our Voices on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
Welcome to Our Voices, powered by the Nassau Community College Foundation. My name is Natasha Nurse. I'm the owner and co-founder of Dressing Roommate, co-host of Woke and Free, and the lifestyle editor of Plus Model Magazine. And this show is focused on highlighting the amazing work of powerful change agents who have a great message to share with the world. And today I'm really excited to be talking about how to sell your home stress-free with licensed real estate associate broker, Nicole Burke. Now, who is Nicole? She has over 15 years of marketing and selling homes. She's a recent MBA graduate from Hofstra University, mother of a teenage girl. She's also on the board of the Uniondale Community Land Trust, a nonprofit organization for at-risk youth, and Lawrence Road School's PTA, a member of Uniondale's Chamber of Commerce, and 3 civic groups in Uniondale. So without further ado, Nicole, how are you?
Well, thank you. How are you, Natasha?
Good. So I'm really excited to talk to you about real estate because more recently, actually, me and my husband were actually trying to go down this path and decided to, make different choices. But first off, just for everyone listening, how did you end up in real estate?
That's funny. It's funny that you should ask that. I started in real estate. I was came to this country about 19 years ago, and I started working at a cargo airline at JFK. And at the time, I was married, and my husband and I were looking for a house. Mm-hmm. And one of the mechanics had said to me, "You know what? You should go into real estate. You will be good at it. And if you don't like it, you'll actually get some information on what to do with purchasing a house." So I took his advice. And I took the real estate course, and I said, you know what, I can do this. And I went into it part-time. Then I left my job, and here I am today.
Oh, wow. That's so funny. It just kind of started from just like a simple conversation. That's funny how life will take you down different roads because of that. Okay. So, given your, breadth of experience, what would you say is the common challenges you see when people want to sell their homes?
Some of the common challenges I find with people is scheduling their time, keeping their house clean, and kind of navigating their way if they don't have a good agent to help them negotiate a good price for their home, and also selling their house and moving into another house.
Yes, that's a biggie.
Yes, because it's a fine rope to walk to close on your house that you've lived in for so many years, to go into a new chapter of their life, and while they're in limbo, they might have to stay in a hotel or stay at a family member's house if they don't close on both properties simultaneously, perhaps one in the morning time and one in the evening time, or in the afternoon time. The same day. So that's somewhat of a challenge.
And how do you, since you are talking about that, how do you navigate that? What are ways that you can kind of not necessarily guarantee that you can have that smooth transition, but things that one should do to really help get the outcome that you really want to be able to sell your home on the same day as you buy the next one?
Staying in communication with everyone involved, the attorneys, the title company, the mortgage companies on both sides of the deal, the purchase and of the sale of their home. What else is there? And staying in communication, actually with everybody. And that's what makes it a smooth transition. If I'm not the realtor on the other side of their purchase of their home, if it's in-state or if it's out-of-state, then I would stay in communication with the other realtors.
Okay.
So that we can coordinate the closing.
Absolutely. And when it comes to selling your house, what are things that people absolutely should do and things they should absolutely avoid?
First thing, I find it funny because people watch a lot of the reality TV shows on real estate, and sometimes they feel they're an expert. And they should call in an expert, someone who's been doing real estate full-time or seriously part-time to give them advice. So one thing I suggest to people, first thing, is to declutter. So, you've been living in your house for a while, and sometimes you may not think it's cluttered, but I would say 80% of the time, most of the houses are cluttered because we've accumulated so many stuff throughout the years of living in our house. So I usually consult with my clients and let them know that when I come into the house, you want to think of the house as a clean palette. So I know you've been living here for a while, but if you're moving, go ahead and pack up the items or stuff that you haven't really used in years. Either have a garage sale, give them away to family members or to organizations in need. And that's the first thing I would say to start, declutter. Second thing, light colors. This is white or off-white on certain rooms that have color, or patch up certain things that needs, there might be holes in the walls or something that, a leaky faucet. Fix those little things before putting your house on the market.
So presentation is key in making sure that the house is kind of in a sellable state, essentially.
Correct.
Okay. Do you have like a checklist that you give to clients that say, okay, do you in each room, or have you checked this, or is that is it up to the homeowners to kind of figure that out?
No, I go through the house with them when I initially meet with them. We go through each room, and certain things that I may see, I suggest to them. Or sometimes they even know. They say, well, do you think I should do this? Do you think that I should take down all these pictures? What do you think? Do you think I should paint this room white? Do you think I should pull up the carpet? Most of the times, homeowners have an idea. But there's certain things that they don't see that my eye sees. I go into so many houses throughout the day that I can point to them and let them know. And we go through each room so it's sellable and they can get most out of their home, a higher price, I would say, for that house.
Absolutely. Okay. You are listening to Our Voices on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. My name is Natasha Nurse, and my guest today is licensed real estate associate broker Nicole Burke. So now when it comes to the actual pricing, right, what do people do to figure out that perfect number, right, that they need to price their house for getting, the equity that they want and selling it at a right number that works for them? And is there one right number, or do you come up with like three numbers and you hope for like the middle one?
Well, something like that. Sometimes I have a lot of homeowners having an idea of how much equity they want or what type of profit they want to make beforehand. So I usually ask them if they have a mortgage, how much it is. Let's sit down and figure out if we can get you close to that number. So what I do is I go back 6 months to a year, depending on, and I look at comparable sales. So if the house is a 3-bedroom Cape with 2 baths, I look for those properties within 6 months and within a mile radius of their home and see what they're selling at. So not necessarily taking the highest, medium, and low, but looking to see what's similar to theirs. And let's see if we can get you closer to that higher price. Then, if they're looking for more, sometimes the bank, the appraiser, which comes after they're in contract and the buyer is going for a mortgage. The bank wants to secure that there's value in the house.
Mm-hmm.
So you could take the highest price home and add a 10% to it, and you can price the house at that price. And you can see what the market will bear.
Mm-hmm.
So keep in mind, even though the comparable sales are saying that your house can sell for this, your house will only sell for what somebody values your house for. If that makes sense.
Absolutely.
So if a buyer comes along and says your house is worth $200,000 and you put it on the market for $300,000, and if several buyers are saying this, then we've got to listen to the market or choose not to sell and wait.
So play hard to get.
Yes. Yep.
Interesting. Is it possible to kind of be in limbo, right? If the person, if the homeowner doesn't want to kind of reduce their price and they're like, nope, I'm sticking to my guns. How long have you seen people kind of wait out and have the house on the market for?
It all depends on their motivation. So some people I would suggest take your house. If you're unwilling to go with what the market is saying, I would say completely take your house off the market. If you keep it on the market, you're only shooting yourself in the foot. Because I want homeowners to understand that the first thing, and I'm sure that we all do this when we go shopping for something. If we're going shopping for an item such as a shirt, the first thing we ask, well, how long has this been out here? The first thing buyers ask is, how long has this house been on the market? If a person tells them it's been on the market for 2 months, what the initial question then asked, the follow-up question is asked, well, what's wrong with it?
Interesting.
Why is it, did somebody die in it?
Oh, no.
On the main road? Is it, these questions asked, and then so people know. And buyers are savvy. They know that it's the price, and that's where they're going to come in lower. The longer your house is on the market, the staler it is, the less money you're going to get. So if a homeowner or seller wants to hold on to their property, I usually tend to advise that they take it off the market for their best interest. So when they are ready, it will be completely fresh to the market and new.
Interesting. Yeah, that's so funny that you said that, because I remember when I was looking, and sometimes we'd see properties on the market for even over a year, sometimes like a long time. Yeah. So that's really interesting that you're saying that. So is that person just totally ignorant as to what's going on, or they just are stubborn as can be?
Several. My take on it would be that they have a weak agent who wasn't honest and being able to communicate and have them understand how the market works. A doctor may tell you, this is the best cure for you or the best remedy for your ailment, and he or she is the expert. But if you choose not to listen, you're going to tend to suffer the repercussions of your actions.
Absolutely. You are listening to Our Voices. My name is Natasha Nurse. More with my guest, licensed real estate associate broker Nicole Burke, next on the Voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
90.3 WHPC reminds you that most party fouls are pretty dumb. Sometimes they land you in an unfortunate nickname, a nasty bruise, or make you the star of a few embarrassing social media posts.
But the damage usually ends there. Underage drinking and driving, however, is a party foul with real consequences.
Get busted, and you could pay fines, do community service, and lose your license.
Learn more at ultimatepartyfoul.org.
Brought to you by the